Hello boys and girls. Now today's lesson is about the leaders that God puts in place and how they help his people serve God. And after this story, Alex is going to pray for the elders. The elders in TCF help lead the church, and that is Ross and Steve and Jim and Derek. But for the story today, I am going to think about King Saul and also the King of Kings. Now, we met Saul last week when Samuel told him that he was going to be king. Now, if you were going to be king or queen, what would that be like? Well, I decided to make myself a crown just to get, a good idea of what it would be like. I could practice my royal wave. Like this. Oh, and if you were king or queen, you could make rules and people would have to obey you. You could say, school is only on a Monday and Tuesday, and then we get the rest of the week off. Or, children get to eat sweets for their dinner. But the question is, would you be a king or a queen that does the best thing for the people? Now, today's story, in a way, it's quite sad for me. It's in 1 Samuel chapter 10. And the people of God, the Israelites, wanted a king. And the reason I think that is sad is because God was their king, and he was the best king they could ever have. He looked after them through troubles. He protected them from danger. He gave them everything that they needed. But they were looking round at the people beside them and saying, but these people have a king, we want a king. So they wanted to be like the other people. And just a wee thought here, if you're a Christian, should you look at the people around you and think, I want to be like these people? That's just something to think about. But God did give the people a king. He gave them a king that they thought would be a great king. He was big and tall and strong, and they thought, that's great, we like him. And in chapter 11, there was a battle, and King Saul obeyed God and helped the people do what God told them to do, and they did win the battle. And in the story, some people said, how can this man save us? But King Saul even said, it is the Lord who has rescued us. And I was thinking, that helps me remember that God is the only one who can save. God helps us through difficulties. God saves us from our enemies, but he saves us from sin. He is the only one that can give us salvation. And there is a wonderful verse in Isaiah chapter 52 verse 7, how beautiful on the mountains are the feet of the messenger who brings good news. The good news of peace and salvation. The news that the God of Israel reigns. Peace and salvation from God. God who reigns over all the world. And in Isaiah chapter 52, it also says, and all the earth, all the people of the earth will see the salvation of our God. And that reminds me that salvation is for the whole world. God, who reigns the world, sent his only Son into the world so that we can be saved. And Jesus, who is the Son of God, even said, it is written, and forever remains written, you shall worship the Lord your God and serve only him. Only God can be our king, and we need to obey and serve him. So when I'm thinking, oh, it would be great to be in charge, be the queen, be the king, I had to think about it and I thought, nope. You know what I would prefer? I would prefer to love the Lord my God with all my heart and all my soul and all my mind, to obey the Word of God, the Bible, and to serve the King of Kings.